Hello, it's Wednesday, I'm Martin, and this is your midweek news round. Here's what we've got coming up. How did England get on in the Nations Cup? And some top tips to get you back into a sleep routine. First, let's start by talking about lockdown. People living in the town of Bolton in Greater Manchester who already had tighter lockdown measures in place were told they've been made even stricter now. The government also announced yesterday that people in England will no longer be able to socialise in groups of more than 6 people from Monday. Here's more on that story. From Monday in England, gatherings of more than 6 people are being banned by law. The new rules apply both indoors and outdoors. Police will be given the power to break up groups, and if people don't follow the new measures, they could be fined £100. This will double each time they don't listen, and they could be fined up to £3,200. Until now, people from 2 households in England could meet in larger groups, but now that's been limited to 6, meaning 2 families of 4 can't all meet up at the same time. The changes will apply to places like restaurants and cafes too. But there will be some exceptions. People will still be allowed in bigger groups at work, and you'll still be allowed to go to school. The new rules don't apply to households or bubbles of more than 6 people. Weddings and funerals and organised team sports will also be allowed. It's all part of the government's plan to stop the virus getting out of control. Now, with many of you returning to school after a long time off, your sleep routine may be a little disrupted, but don't worry, here's a sleep expert with some top tips to help you out.
Hi Newsround, my name's Stephanie Romaszewski. I'm a sleep expert and founder of Sleepyhead Clinic, and I wanted to talk to you today about going back to school. For some of us, it's been absolutely months since we've had to go back to school or work, and it can be a bit strange to start with, trying to get back into that early morning routine. So my first top tip is to wake up at the same time every day. So if you've got an alarm that gets you up in the morning, put it on the other side of the room, and as soon as it wakes you, try to get out of bed within 5 seconds and go and turn that alarm off. That energy, that boost that you give yourself really quickly before you have time to think, will make you feel more awake. My next top tip would be to use light exposure and a few other things first thing in the morning to sort of tell your brain that you want it to be nice and alert. Light really helps our energy levels and for us to feel more awake. Turn all the lights on, make sure when you're getting ready you're in your brightest rooms in the house. Anything like that's going to be really helpful in order to reduce your sleepiness and make you feel more alert. My third and final rule is actually about when you go to sleep at night. So why not try getting ready for bed maybe an hour before you're supposed to go to bed? What this will do is it will allow you to not have to worry about brushing your teeth or putting your pajamas on when you're really sleepy, because we want to keep those sleepy feelings, and sometimes doing those things can actually wind us up, and then by the time we get in bed we're wide awake. I hope you enjoyed those tips. Remember what I said, when you've become your own sleep expert, go and teach the parents how to do it, because they need your help.
Well, if you need anything, and I need anything, we have got it covered on our website, so check it out. Next, to California in America, where several wildfires continue to spread across many parts of the state. Around 15,000 firefighters have been called in to help tackle the blazes as hundreds of people had to be picked up by helicopters to safety. California is currently experiencing record heat waves. This week, LA recorded its highest ever temperature of 49.4 degrees. OK, let's see what else we've got coming up for you this morning. The environmental stories affecting your planet this week. And some baby leopards sheltering from the rain. Now, as you've just heard, we bring you some really important environment stories here on Newsround, and today Shaniqua has got some good news for Ugandan gorillas. You don't want to miss this one, it's brilliant.
Hey guys, Shaniqua here, and I've got the latest news affecting your planet. And first up, we head to Asia. Some good news to start with, and scientists believe they have now discovered how to identify frogs from their tadpoles in a step towards saving them from extinction. Now, the work was specific to the Asian horned frogs that live in remote forest areas, which are slowly being destroyed by humans. Scientists now feel confident that they can stop this breed being lost. Next up, we have some serious news about a disappearing glacier. So let's head off to Switzerland. This is an old picture from 1891 that shows how big the glacier used to be, and this is what it looks like today. Due to climate change, the glacier has almost completely melted away, and climate change activists are wanting something to be done in a bid to stop things getting worse. The concern is if nothing gets done, then more of the glaciers in the region will disappear for good. Last up, we have some fantastic news about gorillas in Uganda. 5 baby mountain gorillas have been born in 6 weeks at the national park in the country. In total, that's 7 new babies born this year, which is great news as the species was on the endangered list with just over 1,000 in existence. The national park rangers aren't sure why there's been a surge in newborns, but nonetheless, they are very pleased to see the population growing.
Next, it's time for a quick roundup of some sports news. England footballer Lucy Bronze has returned to the Women's Super League after resigning for old club Manchester City. She moved from French team Lyon, where she won her 3rd Women's Champions League title last month. The England men's team drew 0-0 with Denmark last night in the Nations League. There weren't many scoring opportunities, I must say, but Harry Kane did come close to getting a winner with this. Oh, so close. Cristiano Ronaldo has made history as he scored his 100th goal for Portugal, becoming the first European men's player to reach 100 goals in international football. Well, finally, I couldn't go without showing you this leopard mum and her 4 cubs in India. They were captured on camera taking shelter from the heavy monsoon rain in a farmer's shed by local conservationists. The villagers were a wee bit worried at first, but the leopard and her cubs returned back into the forest 6 days later, after the weather had cleared up, of course, a wee bit. Well, they do say that cats don't like the rain, don't they? Well, that's it from me for today, but don't forget we're always online with loads more content. There's really good stuff there. We'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.